students. Today we'll know about the union government. India has adopted the parliamentary system of government and the union legislature is called the parliament. According to Article 79, it provides for the creation of parliament and it consists of two houses, that is the upper house and the lower house. Upper house is called Rajya Sabha and the lower house is called as Lok Sabha. Now we'll know about Rajya Sabha. The number of seats in the Rajya Sabha is 250, of which 238 members are elected by the members of the state assemblies and union territories. The remaining 12 members, who are experts from various fields like literature, art, science and social work, are nominated by the President. This house is also known as the House of Elders. Now, what is the term of office? The Rajya Sabha is a permanent body and is not dissolved like the Lok Sabha. The term of members is 6 years and 1/3 of its members retire on completion of 6-year term every second year. And if the members do not wish to continue, they may resign. What are the qualifications required to become a member of Rajya Sabha? First of all, he should be a citizen of India. He should not be less than 30 years of age. He should not have been punished under law. He should not have been declared to be a person of unsound mind by the court of law. He should possess the qualifications specified from time to time by the parliament. Next is Lok Sabha. The members of Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people and so it is known as the House of People. The maximum number of seats is 545 and 543 members are directly elected by the people, whereas 2 Anglo-Indians are nominated by the President. 79 seats are reserved for scheduled caste and 41 seats are reserved for scheduled tribes. What is the term of office here? The Lok Sabha members are elected for a term of 5 years on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. The President may dissolve the Lok Sabha during emergency. The term may be extended for 1 year. Then, what are the qualifications for the members? First, he should be a citizen of India. He must not be less than 25 years of age, should not hold any office of profit under the government. He should not be a person of unsound mind. He should not have been punished under law. He should possess the qualifications as specified by Parliament from time to time. The Lok Sabha Speaker. Here, the Speaker has to impartially conduct the proceedings of the House. He should maintain the dignity and decorum of the House. The Speaker gives his ruling whether there are questions about validity of the proceedings. When bills get equal number of votes for and against them, the Speaker casts the deciding vote. The Deputy Speaker conducts the proceedings in the absence of the Speaker. Powers and functions of the Parliament. Legislative powers. The main function of the Parliament is to make the laws. It can frame laws on subjects mentioned in the central list. The financial bill is presented only in the Lok Sabha. The other bills can be presented in either house. Next is the administrative powers. In the parliamentary system of government, the Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers form the executive. The Union Cabinet is accountable to the Parliament. Next is the financial powers. Lok Sabha exercises total control over the financial matters of the country. The government cannot levy any tax or spend any money without the approval of the Lok Sabha. The finance bill must be first introduced in the Lok Sabha. After being passed by the Lok Sabha, the bill goes to the Rajya Sabha for decisions. The Rajya Sabha can give certain suggestions and directions and also delay giving its consent to the bill for 14 days. Next is the judicial powers. Both the houses of the parliament have the authority to remove the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court through a motion of impeachment. They also have the powers to discuss the findings of reports related to the judiciary. Power to amend the constitution. Both the houses of the parliament have equal powers to amend the constitution. The amendment bill can be presented first in either house. The approval of both the houses is required for the amendment. The other powers are to frame the laws regulating to the powers and jurisdiction of the Supreme Court and the High Courts. Next, to establish one High Court for two or more states. To create new states, rename them, or to determine the boundaries of states. Then, to discuss the reports of committees like the Public Service Commission, Finance Commission, Election Commission, Backward Classes Commission, etc. And the fifth, to approve the declaration of emergencies like the national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency. So, this is all about the union government. Thank you, students.